What's going on, wacky RV people? I'm in front of the 2023 Winnebago View 24D. Okay, so before we jump into probably our best-selling product, the thing that's paid our bills for the last few years, go ahead, like this video, subscribe to our channel, turn on post notifications. I tell you this every time, but we post the best content in the RV industry. We make sure that, we cover things from travel trailers to B vans to Class A's to solar panels to different accessories. We want to make sure that you get a full comprehensive view of the RV industry and whatever your happy go wild RV mindset is, whatever you want to find, we can get it and we'll do a video on it. So leave us a comment if we haven't done a video that you want to see. We'd be happy to do it. So we're going to check out this Winnebago View. This is the 24D floor plan, so the Murphy bed floor plan. It's got some competitors. There's not really anybody who does it quite as well as Winnebago. That's become pretty much par with Winnebago. They go above and beyond. Typically a little bit better quality. They'll cost a little bit more than others, but their innovation and quality is second to none. So this is probably my favorite, actually it's definitely my favorite Class C on the Sprinter chassis. It's my favorite Class C period, but it's one of my favorite RVs that's on the market right now, and it has been for the last few years. There's a lot that I love about it, a lot to get into, so without further ado, let's check it out. Okay, so this is the Winnebago View 24D floor plan. So you can see we have the beautiful full body paint on this. We order all of our Views fully loaded with every option that's available. Typically the View customer is very high tier customer, so they usually want all the options. So we order ours with the full body paint, the leveling jacks, dual pane windows. We've got the alcove wheels as well as the upgraded Primera front seats. So the reason I'm standing next to this door, if you've watched enough RV videos, you probably could tell this looks different than a normal door that's on a Class C, and you're right, it's very different. So not only is this handle different and the release is different, the look is different. This window is very sleek look, but you'll notice all the compartments that you have here in the inside. This can be for like dog poop bags or trash bag or dog leashes, shoes. Now the biggest thing to me, and this comes into safety, because my wife and I actually had our first baby a couple months back, so safety has raised in priority for me over the last few months. So I love this feature. So Winnebago has 2 latches on this entry door. So instead of every other Class C that's on the market has 1 latch that's dead center of your door. So one, that's not as safe for travel wise if you get in an accident or just really anything, and 2, a lot more wind noise because you only have 1 latch, so the odds are the bottom or the top is going to be a little bit loose. That's not uncommon. Now when you have 2 latches, it closes a lot more sound, reduces the noise that you have, and it's a nice sleek finished look as opposed to what the other manufacturers, really even on the Mini Winnie that's on the gas chassis, there's no other Class C that has a door like this. So very, very unique, really special door that I love, and that's just the beginning of this. So I mentioned the built-in shade that you have on the entry door itself. Now another thing, if you've ever RV'd before, especially in a Class C, there could be a noise, I shouldn't even say there could be, there is probably a noise that you hear coming from your entry door, a little click, 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 a little rattling noise, and that's usually from your screen door. Now Winnebago eliminated this problem. Instead of having your normal screen door that's mounted right here or mounted in the door frame that leans up against the door and click, 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 makes all that noise, you have a built-in screen here. So it's not going to make any noise. It's really easy to open and close, and it looks fantastic. So I forgot to mention, I'm underneath our 10-foot awning here. It's got 3 support arms, and it's an armless awning as far as the traditional sense. So you don't have arms that swing down the side that hold the support up that you have to kind of dodge your head when you're going in and out of the shade. Instead, you have 3 support arms that are mounted underneath there. And when this awning goes in, it's actually flush mounted behind the fiberglass cap. So there's no additional wind noise that comes from this. That's unique to the View. Even if you look at even any of the other Class C's that we have, they have the awning that's on the side of the camper. So inevitably, more wind drag, more wind noise. This is a flush mount, so it's a lot quieter, and truly it looks seamless. It looks a lot better. So I really, really like that feature. Also, as with all the Winnebago Class C's, it's going to be a 1-piece fiberglass roof. And then your I briefly spoke on it, but the front cap that's molded on this, you'll probably notice when you're comparing Class C's, doing your shopping, as any wise shopper would do, that the front cap of the Winnebago looks a lot different. That's because it's molded. It's 1 piece there, and then once you get to the break in that front cap, one-piece fiberglass going back. So it really just limits the need for, or I guess limits the amount of problems that you have with the roof. Of course, you want to do your maintenance, seal your roof, get up, check, make sure everything looks good up there. That's totally normal. That's going to be with any RV. But with the fiberglass roof, the longevity of the roof is really the lifetime. So really, really happy with that. I love this Winnebago View. So we're going to walk around in the inside here in a minute and just show you how spacious this 24D floor plan is. It's got a full length slide. We've got this one fitted with the recliners instead of the U-shaped dinette. But yeah, the outside's got plenty to offer. The inside has even more. So let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so we're inside the 24D View now. I'm in front of the captain's area. You can see you have the overhead bunk here. Now I want to take a quick stop. I don't know if I've talked about this before. Some people talk about B+. So B+ is not, I guess it's it's kind of factual, but B+ is not an actual segment of the market. But if it confuses you when somebody says, hey, a B+ or a Class C or a Class V, what is the difference? So typically what people refer, and again, since it's not an official category, it's not a true definition for it, but typically when someone's referring to a B+, they're talking about either a Sprinter or Fuse, basically just one of those smaller chassis they also build B vans on, that has a cab over storage area. So basically instead of the full cab over bunk, it's almost like half as much distance, and it's usually just for storage. B+ typically does not have the bed over top. So just want to dive into that real quick. I know it can be really confusing when you look. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of products. So yeah, so this is what, by any standards, a Class C. So you have the bed up top. It is on a Sprinter chassis, but it is a Class C. So beautiful cab area here. This is on the Mercedes Sprinter chassis. So we have the adaptive cruise control on this. You've got the smart headlights. You've got GPS, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android, whatever it's called if you're an Android person. And then, like I said, we have the upgraded Primera front seats on this. So both of these chairs will swivel. So very, very simple to do. So we will swivel. Sometimes you have to, and that one's already perfect for me. Sometimes you have to move it around a little bit to get in the right position. Now you might have noticed this behind me. So let's say I swivel this chair back and I'm visiting with some folks that are here. It's kind of uncomfortable here. And my legs are pretty long, but even for someone with short legs, it's still kind of uncomfortable like this, and you're not eye level with everyone else. Now they have these seat boosters, if you will, that Winnebago includes with the View. That you sit on top, and I just place it loosely. You're really supposed to strap around the back so it's a little bit tighter. But now I'm sitting eye level with everyone else. My knees aren't in my chest, and I'm really, really comfortable. So this is a nice little feature. Again, this is a thing that Winnebago does that's just small. You probably would never ask for it, but you'd be really glad that you had it. So that's our captain's area. They're very, very sleek look, tons of visibility, good size windshield. So to my right, we have the recliner chairs. Now you can get this with a U-shaped dinette or recliner, so we'll get to that in a second. But I want to talk about this bunk. So you have two windows on either side, which I really like. Sometimes on Class C, there are no windows at the front. Sometimes there's one window. I really like that there are windows here. Now they have little like fabric, kind of looks like canvas material almost, that you can put over the windows to of course black it out and make sure there's no light coming in or heat. Now this flips over too. It's really, really lightweight. Now it's strong. It's not going to collapse when you and someone else sleep up there, but it's very lightweight. You saw how easy it was for me to flip over. Now of course the ladder here to give you entry up there, and you've even got night lights, USB plugs, and 110 plugs up top. So we're going to swing around here so you can check out these recliners. I think you're going to really enjoy this. Okay, so like I said before, we have this fitted with the recliners instead of the U-shaped dinette. The U-shaped dinette is awesome. So as I'm saying, U-shaped, so it's not just across from each other. You have that back side where you can get like a shape like a U, so you get a lot more seating area out of it. Now the dinette actually does have on either of the this side and this side, they have a little flip up, so you can almost kind of use it as a recliner, if you will. So it's multi-purpose there. But the recliners are very comfortable. So either side will have this lagoon table here. So of course they both recline. You've got compartment here, and it's already got a little pouch where you can store TV remotes. You've got USB plugs, charge your devices while you're lounging in front of the TV and the entertainment center, cup holders, and then this table. So it stores nice and easy right here when you don't want to use it. But when you do, you can use this to work remotely. I can lower this, I can raise it, I can tighten it up so it's not as easy to turn. It's very multi-purpose. So I really like that. I can swing it out. We can put it over here and even use it while we're preparing food. So I like the Lagoon table and the recliners, and these seats are also very, very comfortable too. So I like this option, but if you prefer a dinette over recliners, that's no problem. We can do that too. Now, behind me, you can see this. You might actually not be able to see it, but this is one of the window shades here. So the View that has single pane windows is gonna have, the shades are gonna be a little bit different. They're gonna be like roller shades that you pull down. Whereas the dual pane windows, so not only do they open differently, your single pane windows slide open. You don't really get that much open space out of it. The dual pane windows open outward. So all you do is release these 4 tabs and push this window out, and it has little locking positions just like that. So you actually get a huge opening to it. And then let's say we have that open and we want to enjoy the nice cool breeze with no bugs. You pull down your screen there. Now this screen is built in, so similar to the similar to the screen that was in the door. There's no rattle from this, since it's not like the roller shades they have on the single pane windows. It's built in, so it's not going to make any noise, and it's really easy to either keep the bugs out or black it out and get ready to go to sleep. Really easy, very nice material here. And actually this material feels like it's insulated too, so not only dual pane windows, this seems like it's got some insulation in it as well. So yeah, I'm really a huge fan of the dual pane windows, especially in Louisiana. I mean, it's March 1st today, and it's, I think, 85 degrees outside. So like if we were to walk in a window with single pane windows, and that's a good thing for you buyers out there as well. Whenever you go look at RVs and you're comparing, okay, is it important to have single pane versus dual pane windows? So not to say you won't be happy with single pane windows, but you have to decide if this is something of value to you. So when you go in a coach with single pane windows, you can put your hand up, especially if it's a warm day. If it's a cool day, it's not gonna matter. You can put your hand up towards the window and you can feel the heat resonate from the window. Do the same thing to a dual pane, you don't feel it. It's cut. I mean, it's drastically cooler, and again, you don't feel the heat. So it's 85 degrees outside and there's no heat coming from this window at all because of the dual pane. So again, it may not be important for you. That's a almost $1,200 upgrade or so. So if that's not important to you, no worries. But again, something you just need to find and kind of play around with and see if that's something that holds value for you. So we're gonna move over to our bed area after this, but first I want to show you our cabinets here. So we ordered ours with the walnut cabinets with the white finish, so it's a mix between contemporary and modern. Very deep cabinetry here. So you have your travel locks. You have your travel locks there, so we can open these up. This is our little curtain for the bedroom area. So open these up, no problem. And then whenever you want to travel, you close them and lock, so they're not going to fling open whenever you're going down the road. So let's check out our bed and our sleeping area. Actually, before we do that, let's check out the kitchen area. Then we'll move to the bed. Okay, so in the kitchen area now, I really love the kitchen area for the 24D. So where our recliners were and where the bed is one big full-length slide. So it's very, very roomy. You don't have, on the other floor plans, typically you have a smaller slide in the front, which opens it up nicely, but not nearly as much as this. This feels a lot bigger than a 25 feet 11 inches coach. So basically, your 26-foot coach. This feels a lot bigger than that. So I really like that. So like I said, we have the white accented with the wood, so it looks really sleek, really modern. So to start with our double sink here, so really, really solid. Really solid sink head here, or faucet. Sorry, I always trip up that word. So really solid faucet, tons of space. It's removable, and then actually your covers here. So like I said, it's a two-piece sink, which I really like. But these covers, so not only do they look good, give you extra countertop space, match with the rest of the countertop. You can flip it over, and if you've got bamboo there, you can use as a cutting board. Now, since this is bamboo, basically the moisture that is in the sink after you put this on top is not going to damage it. It's not going to harm this whatsoever. So I really like that feature. Again, a little dual purpose there for you. And then we've got another dual pane window behind here. Same style shade that I showed you here a second ago. Now on the 24D, you've got an induction cooktop and a gas burner for those of you who like to do both. So the induction, you're going to use your magnetic pot. Heats up really, really fast, probably faster than gas. and there's no need to use the propane. Now the gas just fires up like any other propane stove that you've ever used. So below here we've got a convection microwave, pretty simple, very easy to use. Above we have our TV. This is a smart TV, and then we have a JBL soundbar. So JBL, fantastic quality sound, and it's actually Bluetooth as well. So Bluetooth, or you can play your TV. Now this is something that you want to be careful of. If you're looking, you may not care as much, but you know, have some respect for the dealership where you're looking at. Basically, these latches here are not there. If you pull, so some people want to pull a TV just by the bottom or just by the top. The best way to pull a TV is either with two hands, like that, or with one hand in the middle where the two latches are located. So if you do that, you're going to prolong the longevity of these latches. If you pull by the bottom or the top, you're not going to hurt anything other than the latches, which are pretty cheap, but frustrating if you break those. So behind this, we've got a DVD player. That's probably I think it's actually a Blu-ray player. Yeah, that's a Blu-ray player that's actually smart player as well, so you can access Netflix and all your apps through that. I'd probably just go to the TV, gonna be a lot easier. You've got a little paper towel rack here, so it's nice and hidden. I love that feature. And then behind, you've got a little remote access for HDMI cord. You've got USBs, 110 plugs back here, and then a pre-drilled access port for the roof in case you want to add like a cell booster or a Wi-Fi booster or something like that. So I close it from the bottom. That's not, you know, that's not gonna hurt. Just the pulling it, you want to try to do either with, you know, basically just make it even, either dead center or top and bottom. So on this cabinet, we've got our Winnebago owner's manual here. We've got our Xantrex 2000 watt inverter, and then we've got our Onan 3200 diesel generator. Also above that, you have your 12 volt tank heater for your holding tanks. So I skipped over that, but the generator on these, like I said, we order ours all of ours fully loaded, so we don't order propane generators, we do a diesel generator. So this is equipped with a diesel generator, and also you have hydraulic leveling jacks, which we'll get around to here in a minute. So one thing that I think you're really gonna like, your pull-out drawers. So you might notice there's a light here. This is an automatic light, so it's done by a little sensor there. When you pull it out, the light comes on, so all your drawers are lit. So that's a nice feature to have. Now you don't have your standard, you have a fantastic fan in the front by your front cap, and then in your bathroom. You don't have one here, but you do have a sort of vent since you don't have like your microwave range hood oven here. You've got a vent here to help ventilate while you're cooking. So I like to have that. Also, you've got the cool accent lights up at the top and bottom too. That's just a sleek touch that they added. So I really like that. I'm going to pan over here a little bit so you can see the fridge and into the bathroom as well. Okay, so if you guessed it, you were right. This is a 12 volt fridge. I love 12 volt fridges. So this thing is going to cool your ice cream in 45 minutes to an hour. Fridge takes a little bit longer. It's going to be closer to like 2 hours or so. So I really, really love the 12 volt fridges. This is a compressor driven fridge, so instead of pulling hot air out like your standard RV refrigerators, this pushes cold air in, so that's why it cools a lot faster. Very, very efficient as well. Now, you've got a couple different settings on this. You can change the temperature on your fridge, you can change the temperature on your freezer, and you have this little night mode button. So this is good if you are like boondocking, you're not at a campground, or if you're very sensitive to noise when you sleep. What this night mode does, it makes it where the compressor is not constantly cycling, because there's not a need to, because let's say the reason why it's called night mode is at night you're not going to be opening the fridge all that often. So probably not at all, but you're not going to be opening the fridge all the time like you would during the day, so the compressor doesn't cycle. Now the reason why I say it could help you if you're a sensitive sleeper is because every maybe, I don't know, 25-30 minutes or so, you're going to hear the compressor kind of gurgle. We've had some people ask like, oh, I think something's wrong with my fridge. Totally normal. It's supposed to make that little noise like that. But if you're very sensitive to noises, this is right across from your bed, so you can hit that silent mode, help you sleep cool through the night. Now above me, we've got our slide out control here. Again, full length slide, huge slide. And then to my right, this is one of the spots you can turn on your water pump. You also have another switch for it in the bathroom and another one outside by your wet bay. Then you've got your tank levels. You can read your fresh water, propane, gray tank, and black tank. And then your battery levels, both house and chassis batteries. To my right is your solar controller. So this is really just for viewing the solar. You're not really going to have to worry about going up there or going to this panel and changing anything unless you change the lithium batteries or something like that. That's really the only time you would have to alter that. So to my right, this is really what your pantry storage would be. So you've got a number of pull-out drawers here, and then below is where we've got a little bit of storage, and then our fuses and breakers here, and then our hot water heater bypass, and our winterization, or not the hot water heater bypass, I'm sorry, your winterization valves all below there. So we're going to move on to the bathroom, and then we're going to show you the crown jewel of this thing, which is the Murphy bed. So I'm in the bathroom now, so it's a full width bathroom in the View. So you can see we still have our paper on this. This one just came in. Now, cool thing about Winnebago is since majority of their coach, as much of it as can be, is done in-house, like your furniture. I've toured the Winnebago motorized plant, and if you haven't done it, it's in Forest City, Iowa. It's awesome. I highly, highly, highly advise it. But they do their own furniture. They make so many of their own parts. So basically, as opposed to other manufacturers who, to be totally frank, don't even know what they put in each unit. Like basically, you have to send them a picture, and then they still have to be like, okay, was it this one or was it this one? Winnebago can track every part that was put in every serial number. It's fantastic. And then also, almost all of their parts, anyone that's made by Winnebago, has a part number on it. Now again, this one will come off and there's another piece for it on the other side, but it's all labeled. So if you ever need a part, it's easy to find, and it's usually still in production, especially for something as new as this, 2023. So in the bathroom now, we've got, to mention the door, we've got our sliding door here. Very clean, locks back into place there. So we've got a big closet storage here. We've got our other seat booster in here. Also a pedestal and table that you can either put in front of like your couch when it's a Murphy bed, or you can put by your two captain chairs there. And then tons of hanging space here. Now even, let's say like, you know, you had some big event that you were going to go to, and you want to bring like a dress or something like that, or even like just something that hangs a little bit longer than your typical space. The outdoor storage compartment there, they have a bottom, or really a bottom to this closet space that can pop off. So if you have something that's longer, even let's just say it's not a dress, let's say it's a big, tall camping chair, stuff it in like that and it'll go all the way to the bottom of the storage compartment. So very convenient, really, really handy little pocket there. Now we have the Truma AquaGo system in the View. So you've got eco mode, you've got regular comfort mode, and then you've got a clean and a freeze protection as well. We've got our other control for our water pump here. So like I said, we have one here, one that we just touched on, and then one in your wet bay as well. So behind your mirror, you've even got a little bit of storage here for toothpaste and soap and stuff like that, as well as the storage that is beneath. So a good sized toilet here, and the shower on this, I wish it was a little bit bigger, but it's still good size. So it's, you know, that's really probably the only con I have to it. I wish the shower could be just a tad bigger, but all in all, not bad. It's got the Nautilus retractable shower door. So basically it's got a built-in squeegee, so it won't mildew or won't mold or anything like that. It just squeegees itself off whenever it pulls back in. As I said, would love shower to be bigger, but in a 26-foot coach, I can make do. I'm pretty happy with it. So we're going to check out the Murphy bed area. Like I said, the crown jewel of this. That's probably the coolest thing, and something that Winnebago does way better than any other manufacturer. Okay, so Murphy bed here, couch area here. So it's actually a pretty comfortable couch. So we tuck these little cushions here. You can either put them on like the outside, or this is hard to tell in video, but easier on person. We like to tuck ours underneath so that it's a lot more comfortable to sit, and you don't actually have to move them when you lower the bed. So underneath we've got storage here. This is probably for like linens, or in this case we have our shade for our front windows in here, but also you have access to the water pump nice and easy that way. We've got 110 plugs and USBs on either side, and then you've even got a window back here too. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove our legs, or open our legs rather, lock those into place, and come into our bathroom where our switch is, and we're going to go ahead and lower this. So you're going to see here, I catch it. I haven't ever seen one damaged from hitting down, but it's a pretty strong motor because it has to be strong to lift the bed back up. So it can come down kind of hard, so I always just put a hand there to help brace it. So you've got a mattress here. Typically a Murphy bed mattress is going to be a two-piece foldable mattress. This technically is a two-piece, but the majority of it is a one-piece. So big one sectional here, and then you've got just your head unit here. Now your pillows are going to go over top that, so it's going to feel like a one-piece mattress. But the benefit of the way that this is set up with your headboard and also storage, to my knowledge, I don't think any other manufacturers put storage behind the Murphy bed. So this, you've got those same locking cabinets back here that you had on the front. And then you've got reading lights as well here. I'll kind of close this so you can see. So with the reading light, you can either do a little blue light here, or you can do an actual white night light there. So what I love is not only having storage here, but because of that storage and because of the way that this bed closes up, you can actually leave the bed made and you can leave your pillows on this and it just closes up nice and easy. So again, strong motor, don't really have to help it there. So it closes up there, and it's kind of hard to tell in a video. Again, this is something that you'll want to go to your local Winnebago dealer and check out yourself, but you actually have, I mean, you've got a good bit of space here. Almost like a foot of space that you have to keep your pillows on the mattress when you fold it up. So it basically takes away the hassle of having to, you know, take off your pillows and take off the sheets every time you put up the Murphy bed, which is usually people's #1 con as to why they don't want the Murphy bed. But that eliminates that, and it's really usable and really comfortable. Also, there's a sheet that goes, or kind of like a curtain that goes around the bed. And it's got a little opening here, so you can actually have a little bit of privacy, and you can still walk to the bathroom if you have people sleeping on the overhead, or in the case where you have the dinette. So you do still get some privacy. Since it is an open floor plan, 26 foot, you're not going to get that true bedroom door. That's alright. We're willing to sacrifice that for the comfortability of this floor plan. So I forgot to mention, well, this is ducted AC. Like I said, we've got the fantastic fan in the bathroom. We've got one in the front there. And then also the table that will go here or there. Alright, so we're going to finish this video up. Before we do, I told you I'd talk about the leveling system, so I'll make it simple for you because I don't want to confuse you or anything like that. So this is the EQ leveling system, so it's hydraulic leveling, smart leveling system, so it's push button. So they don't come with that. That's a high dollar upgrade that we add on the views that we order. So essentially the easiest way for you to understand it is literally you get to where you're going, push a button, and the coach is level. So it's extreme comfort, extreme luxury. It's really, really awesome. We highly advise it, and it makes a big difference for a unit this size. Even though it's small, it makes you really, really comfortable. So. Okay, so we are going to wrap this video up. That was it. If I missed anything, let me know. If there's anything you want to know about this that we didn't talk about, let us know. So again, this is a 2023 Winnebago View 24D floor plan. So the one with the Murphy bed. That's the easy way to remember it. So we appreciate you guys stopping by, and as always, enjoy the journey.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know if you have other questions you want to answer. And if you have nothing else to do, watch one of these videos here. Subscribe so you know when more are coming out. Have a great day and enjoy the